So if you guys look up at the screen, you could see I was single now. I got out of a relationship with a cheater. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the main chick. I want to just be single. So with me being single, I decided to just have a casual, friendly conversation on the phone with someone else who I felt like was safe. It was a longtime friend of the family. And what ended up happening is those phone calls or those phone conversations made me start to develop feelings for this person. As I developed the feelings for the person, I became very heartbroken when I found out that he was in a relationship with someone else. But when he told me, I'm in a relationship, but I'm having issues, I was like, oh, okay, that's my opportunity to stay here until I can fill that position. So my question to you guys is, do you feel like it's okay to be friends with the opposite sex? Especially if your spouse is not mutual friends with that person?
Yes.
So, go ahead. I hear someone talking.
I said yes.
Yes, you feel like you can be friends with the opposite sex, even though your friend is not a mutual, even though your spouse is not mutual friends with the person.
Could you hear me? Yes.
Yeah, we hear you. Okay.
Definitely. Like, I have a lot of male friends than females, and one thing they know, and I always tell them I am with someone, is respect and is trust. Tech knows I'm not going to do anything, and the dude knows the minute that he steps out of line, it's over. Our friendship is done. Yes. Now, the opposite, I don't know. But that's all for debate.
But you trust yourself enough saying that, you know what, I can be friends with a guy and I can talk to the guy, but they know that I'm in a relationship and it's not going to go any further than this conversation.
Yeah, I could talk to them as far as like if advice or something, but I would never overstep my boundaries or feel like I'm not going to do to him where I feel like it's cheating. Like, I would never do that. But eventually, yes, he will meet the person because I don't want no problems.
Okay. So if anybody, my next question is, if you go out, like if you talk with the person, do you draw the line there? Like if you guys talk on the phone, or is it okay to like occasionally have lunch or to, let's say, have drinks with the person? No. Is that overstepping the boundaries?
Yes, that's overstepping. Yes.
Okay. So on the phone, you can talk to the person, or at work, you can talk to the person.
I think at work. I wouldn't, like, I don't know about the phone, because then it gets from the person calling you one time, now 2 times, now it's going a little too much overboard that I'm like, wait a minute, that's where you pump the brakes. I don't know.
Okay. So only at work, but you can't do it over the phone.
You know what? I'd rather do it when tech is there. I'm like, oh, I'm over here chilling with my man. What's going on? That's how you do it. Let them know, like, I'm here with my boo. What do you want?
Yeah, I think. But at work, you can do it when your husband's around. You know what I mean? Like, because if you just do it at work, then it's like you're sneaking around. And just going back to the last question really quick, like, I really feel like if you're in a marriage, if you're in a relationship with somebody, that means you know that person. So I think it all depends on that person. Like, if you know that your spouse or your boyfriend or whatever, if they're not capable of having a relationship with the other sex without, trying to get with them or whatever, I mean, that's when you guys have to talk about it. I mean, so it just depends on.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for sharing that story, because you're right. You know your person, so it's up to you to trust whether they can have a relationship with someone else, and you know that it's not going to go anywhere. You know that they just talk to that person, but it's not going to go anywhere over talking. So here's another question.
Tasha, can I add something real quick?
Go ahead, Mallory.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with with everything that everyone's saying about having a friend of the opposite sex, especially for coworker, because I think relationships happen at work. People have like the work husband, work wives, that garbage and whatever. But the thing is, really, if you become like close up with a friend, your wife is going to know them. Like they're going to eventually meet them at whatever team function. Like, I don't think we should probably hang out after work by ourselves or whatever. Why would you do that? But like, you can hang out with them, at work, in the office, whatever. And then if you want to hang out outside of work, I'm sure your wife will be there, or their significant other will be there. Like that happens all the time.
So what happens because I've been in a situation before where, I'm in a relationship and I'm, friends with someone that I work with. and they're in a relationship as well. And when we are like at work together alone, we talk, have a good old time. And then when we go to, like, let's say a company picnic or something, and I see that person that I always talk to at work because they're my quote unquote work husband, when I see them in public, they act like they don't know me. So I mean, like,
That's
so
weird.
That's very
Well,
weird.
they're trying not to get caught up, Tasha. That's what they're trying not to do.
Yeah.
They're not trying to.
Well,
Listen,
I think that might be their unconscious. They subconsciously have feelings for you, and they're like, my wife is here, I shouldn't be around that person.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
why else?
so
Yeah.
you shouldn't talk to a person
I know
that
you
acts
should be
different.
the same in the face, outside, behind your back, in your face. We should just all be the same. It shouldn't matter whether we at work or not.
Yeah, I think that so people should be secure enough in their relationships that it's okay for you to say hello to a woman if you're married, or it should be okay for you to say hello to a man if you're married and your spouse not have a problem with it.
Well, is the question about being friend, like having a full-blown friendship with that person? When you say friendship of the opposite sex, I'm envisioning, like, you know, text messaging, you know, sharing social media.
Yeah.
Straight up friend, like, you know, I mean, my previous employer was a female. Sorry, my previous manager was a female, and her and I were really good friends. Like, you know, after work, a group of us would actually go out, you know, to the bars, and usually her and I would be the last one, you know, there. But you know, it was all friends. Like, we were friendly about it. My wife actually met her. My wife came and hung out with us before. Like, we were genuinely friends, and I felt I was. You know, I guess it comes from, like, the relationship with your spouse. I think someone mentioned it. Like, if you know, I think it was Patsy, if you know how your spouse is and, you know, you're on board and you guys communicate, you trust each other, it wouldn't matter who you were to hang out with, especially if it's the opposite sex. But, you know, if you're hiding it, then that means that something's up. So, yeah,
Okay.
I definitely think it's cool to, you know, send text messages, send pictures, like talk on phone with someone on the opposite sex, as long as your, you know, significant other is on board with it.
Okay. There you go. From a male's perspective, we have two from a male's perspective that it's
As long
okay
as
to
she's
be
on
friends.
board. I love that, Sarat. As long as she's on board, she's got to be okay with that. If she's not okay with it, it's like, yo, don't call me. We're not. No, stop it. What are you crazy?
So
Absolutely.
if your
right.
wife is not okay with it, then you're gonna just flat out tell the other person. Or if your husband's not okay with it, you should flat out tell the other person, "Don't talk to me. I'm good."
Yeah, man, and it's all the way that it gets introduced too, man. It comes from the person, whoever's doing the initial, whoever's the friend. Like, the way you introduce your friend is going to determine how the relationship is going to be. Like, I don't want to introduce, whereas it wasn't introduced where I got a text message at 2:00 in the morning and there was this girl. Like, that's my friend. Like, that's not a good introduction to this, you know, to the relationship. But it's more like, hey, my working with me. This is the manager's name. You know, I think we should go hang out one day. You hang out, and the next thing you know, they meet each other, and, you know, from there, it should be fine. So it's all about the introduction with your significant other. Plays a huge role, especially
Okay.
if you feel that this is a person that could possibly be your friend. If you don't introduce your significant other to that person, that means you're hiding something or you're leaving something out.